Thank you all for coming. Good afternoon, everyone. As the Program Director of the Regional Resource Center, it's my pleasure to welcome to our 13th HiSET graduation. Today, to our graduates, it marks a significant milestone in your lives. You have worked tirelessly, overcome challenges, and persevered to reach this moment. You should all be very proud of this achievement. We're happy to have you, and again, welcome to everyone. Thank you for coming out. It is now my pleasure to introduce the one and only Sheriff Louis Evangelides.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you. I want to welcome everybody. How are you today? Good. It's a great day. Is everybody okay back there? Can you see us, hear us? All right. Anyway, I just want to say, first of all, thank you to Erica, Andy, our whole team down here. The work we do here is extraordinary, and I just want to let you know just a quick backstory. When we first opened this office, there was nothing here. And there was some pushback in the community, And people were saying, I remember this comment because I never heard of it before. They said they were opposed because you were bringing murderers and rapists and sex offenders to Worcester. They called it an open-air jail. Never heard of one before. Didn't know what it was. And instead of backing down, like a lot of people said we should do, we doubled down. Because we knew that this was something that was critically important to give to this community. And I said, let's set up a meeting. And I'm going to mention Representative McKenna in a minute, but very much always stood with me in this fight. He's a real ally to the people in this community, especially when it comes to fighting these issues. It's not only a public safety issue, but it's really just a people issue. It's about helping people, And you have to be compassionate and wanting to help people who want to help themselves. And that's what today is all about. So, we came down and we explained to the community. And, and Chief Shaw and the Worcester Police Department always stood with us. They've understood that what this center does. And at the end of the day, this is a center that I believe every community should want to have one of these incredible centers in their communities, but we don't have the resources to do it. But we have it here in Worcester, and it has become extraordinary. I think it may be the best center in the Commonwealth. We have, Governor Baker was here for the opening. He was so impressed by it. We started just to let the community know, instead of coming here and saying, what are we going to do for you? In the alternative, we asked the community, what do you want us to do for you? And the response back was, how about transportation? Now, we have a credible team of transportation around here. That's never been done before. This is a new thing. So I just want you to know how special this place is. I think you know it, and we're going to experience some of it today. But this is not happening everywhere. This is a unique program. It's driven by the incredible, hardworking team we have here that make this happen every day. And I'm just so honored to be sheriff, to be part of days like this. We're here to celebrate some people who put hard work in. And I know it's not easy. And I'll just make one comment. I heard a couple of things. One, I heard one of our graduates say one time, I'm doing it for myself, but I can't do it by myself. And that's what I understood. Like, I know a lot of you have been through this, and your families, God bless them, have stood with you through some tough times. But at the end of the day, you're not alone. Feel like you're alone many times, but you're not alone. Look at this room. Look at all these people here supporting you and loving you and caring about you. So for that, I'm eternally grateful to be part of something like today. So I always think back of that, and I think of one parent. We will ask people later on in the program if anybody would like to speak, including our graduates, and also any family members. And one family member got up and said, Sheriff, could I speak? And I said, of course. And the father got up and he said, Sheriff, he goes, I lost my daughter 23 years ago, and you people gave her back to me. And I remember thinking how powerful that was, and I thought, my God, imagine what we do here and how you can impact people's lives in such a positive way, and these folks that work here, I promise you, they don't go home to their mansions, and they're not doing it for the money. They're doing it because they believe in you, and they believe in making our community a better place. So as Sheriff, I'm really blessed to have people like this and a center like this and having days like this. So I want to thank you. I want to thank our friends at Southbridge Community Cable Access or Cable coming out and filming this, because this is something I wish everyone could be here. I wish this whole community could come to these events, because they would find them so inspiring, and it's so beautiful to have them here joining us today as well. And I want to introduce a great friend of mine, as I just mentioned, but Representative McKenna has always been with us. So just like Joe, come up, because when we were facing the fire in this community, this man called me and he says, what can I do to support you? And I just said, just your phone call was enough to get us started, but he's always been there with us, Joe, and I want to thank you for that. And I'd just like to be honored if you come in and just say a few words to our graduates.
Thank you very much, Lou. And I'll get to the graduates in a second, but it's hard to imagine 10 years this facility has been here, and we've got the police in the back. I can't think of a single time we've heard a complaint or a problem that has come from this center, which is as Lou said, not what we were told was gonna be. There was a lot of opposition, fear for change, fear for something new. And Lou makes it easy to stand behind him because he's someone who's driven for providing resources for the community that needs it. And that's what this center does. It provides resources for the community, for the individuals who benefit, and it's a net positive that has been great for the community, and I've been proud to support it in my role as rep for the 10 years it's been here. And for the graduates, congratulations, and what a wonderful occasion to bring us out to congratulate you on this tremendous accomplishment. I get asked often as I travel around, state rep, what's your favorite part of the job? Going to Boston, being part of the legislature, working at the State House, and that's all well and good and interesting, but I really appreciate and enjoy most being part of the community and being able to recognize those within the community who make it a great place. And that's what we're doing here. We're congratulating you. We're recognizing the hard work and the accomplishment and the investment that you're putting back into yourself. So congratulations for all that. I'm thrilled to be here to congratulate you. 13th graduating class. That's awesome. That's excellent. So thank you.
Thank you, Rob. And just to add on to the representative's comments, I mean, he has been someone not only has been here for us when we first opening and comes to our events, but also advocates for funding, which we can't do without as well. So I do tip my hat to him and his partnership in this, and I really appreciate it. And I also want to recognize, I mean, our Deputy Superintendent, Jason Butlin's here in the back, never likes to speak. Unless you change your mind, Dep, would you like to come up today?
Well, I just want to say congratulations to all the graduates, but thank you to the staff as well. It's clear that we're doing a lot of great work here, but it's also clear that we have a lot of fun doing it. And when you can combine those two, it's unbelievable. So just thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, Dep. Thank you for your leadership as well. And just to show you the family aspect here, we have folks from the jail up in West Boylston who have come down. We have folks from our Worcester Reentry Center I see here. From all over our operation, we come here because everybody wants to be part of this. They want to experience this. They want to feel what we feel today. So with that being said, Erica, I can turn it back to you unless you want me to make the introduction, but why don't you introduce our guest speaker today?
Absolutely.
And I'll stand right here and watch. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
All right. So, our guest speaker today is our Professor Boyd Brown, and he's joining us from Nichols College. We're happy to have him. Thank you, Professor.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Boyd Brown, and I am a criminal justice professor up at Nichols College. I'd just like to thank Erica, Sheriff Lou, the entire Worcester County Sheriff's Office, and particularly the Webster Regional Resource Office for inviting me today. It's really a privilege to be here, but as has just been said, for the really important work that you do for this community and for the people that you're helping. Now, I know I am what stands between our graduates and their diplomas. So I am going to make my comments relatively brief. We are here today to celebrate success. The success of Ryan, Charlene, Heather, Kimberly, and Seth to achieve an educational milestone. Now I'm going to say something that will probably blow your minds. Being a college professor. Education is important. Shocker, right? The thing about education, what we know about education, and we have ample evidence to support this, is that education is the clearest stepping stone to financial security and success in the United States. We have decades of data that shows the value of education in helping people move and improve their educational status. Beyond those practical benefits, however, there are numerous additional benefits of education. Education prepares us for lifelong learning, both inside and outside of the classroom. This makes us better able to deal with the challenges of the very complex world that we live in. Through education, we become better citizens, and we become better decision makers. Education helps us to develop the knowledge and skills that will open doors, both personally and professionally. And education is a measure of personal growth. It helps us to develop our critical thinking skills. It encourages curiosity, creativity, and a broader perspective of the world, all of which will help us to enrich our lives. Now, those are all fairly common and, dare I say, obvious benefits of education, but I think there's one other I'd like to close with, and I think it goes hand in hand with what brought us here today. education is hard. I don't know the paths that our graduates had to follow to get here today. However, I suspect that their paths were not a straight one, nor an easy one. I know personally my own educational path was twisted, involved many missteps and diversions. Education takes perseverance. Education does not come easily, like most things in life. The ability of these graduates to persevere and reach this goal speaks to their ability for more and wider success in their individual lives. It demonstrates their mental toughness, their fortitude, and ability to work through and overcome challenges and obstacles. Our program today has a number of quotes from Mark Twain, Heath Buckmaster, Louisa May Alcott. I am a person who does tend to find a lot of wisdom and guidance in quotes, so I'm going to end my remarks with a quote, one that I personally think embodies, at least in some small way, what our graduates have done to be here today. The quote is by David Bell, and it says quite simply, "There are no limits, only obstacles, and any obstacle can be overcome." I think our graduates, by reaching this moment today, have definitely demonstrated their ability to overcome obstacles, and I feel very confident that their futures are bright. Congratulations to you all, and thank you for your time.
Professor Brown, you mentioned the only thing holding be standing between them and the graduates. Unfortunately, I get the microphone again. But you were just reminding me of something. I'm just going to share a story, and it, pertinent or not here, I think you'll see how it connected. But you reminded me when you were speaking about the importance of education, and how you're making the decision to do this. I read an amazing book about a Holocaust survivor, and being Holocaust Remembrance Week seems relevant to talk about. But the story was a long one, but I'll give you the kind of the conclusion of the book. Here's a gentleman that was taken to a concentration camp. He never saw his wife again. They were killed. She was killed. He never saw his children again. They were killed. He had nothing. And he was in this place all alone with all these other folks, and he was a survivor. He made it to the end. And he said something, he goes, "They could take everything away from me, but my attitude I took to every day." And I could not imagine someone who'd been through such horror and still said, "I choose what attitude I wake up with every day." And I thought, if that man can wake up every day and have the right attitude to life, how can any of us not try to emulate that? And I think that's what you guys represent for us today, people that keep the attitude, bring it. At the end of the day, education, I feel the one piece beyond what you already told us was you can't take it away from you, Once you get that education, it's yours. You have done it, and nobody can take that back. So now you just have to run with it and make a great success out of what you've learned. That's up to you. The rest is up to you. So with that being said, we'll do the presentation of diplomas. So I'll have Jim Lane, our education coordinator, come up. Jim, if you want to make some comments, we will present the citations. And after each graduate, if they'd like to speak, maybe that would be the appropriate time. So I'll leave it up to you, Jim. Thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you, Sheriff Evangelise. I see three of my graduates here, Ryan, Heather, and Charlene Nicole. You worked very hard. Some of us, it's not, as I say, it's not a straight line for a lot of people, but you've endured. You have come to the end, and you accomplished what you set out to do. That itself is a great accomplishment. I have a friend of mine. His name is Glenn Campbell, not the singer, but he endured a great deal to get his high school diploma, and he's joining us today. Glenn, I just applaud you as I applaud these graduates now, and what a great accomplishment you had. We have three graduates today, and you want to announce them? Or? The first one is Ryan Bourgeois. Yeah. Ryan has been here longer than I have. Yes, I have. But he enjoyed it.
So Ryan, we just want to present you. You will receive this as the others, but it's a Commonwealth of Massachusetts Board of Education certificate that you have presented satisfactory evidence to the Department of inquiring the equivalent of a high school education and testimony thereof. It's ordered the high school equivalency credential. It's signed by the acting commissioner and the adult education state director, and we have your transcript and such. So congratulations on this great achievement today, Ryan. And if you'd like to say a few words at this time, it's all yours.
Not today. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Congratulations, Ryan.
I'm also going to add, I have a citation from the House of Representatives, and unlike the citation you might get from Chief Shaw, you don't have to pay for this one. So this is a good citation. These ones are good citations. I have one for all the graduates. I'll read one of them. They all read the same. Be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Ryan Bourgeois in recognition of the tremendous accomplishment of achieving the HSE credential by successfully graduating from the Worcester County Sheriff's Office HiSET program. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success given this 30th day of January, signed by the Speaker of the House and by myself. So, congratulations.
By the way, when you apply for a job and they ask you, are you a high school graduate? You just check the box, yes. They don't ask you, I said GED, 4 years straight. All of this is a yes, and you're done. The next recipient is Charlene Nicole Henning.
Charlene, as was mentioned previously, you will be receiving the same certificate from the Board of Education on your high school equivalency credential. So congratulations, and once again, if you have anything to say, maybe like Ryan or more, it's your choice, but the floor is yours. So.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. I appreciate the opportunity to even have this happen, so I appreciate everything. Thank you.
And last but certainly not least, Heather Robideau.
Sounds like you got a cheering squad with you today, Heather. That's awesome. Congratulations. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Would you like to say anything?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be receiving this achievement, and I just want to thank my friends and family. Thank you.
Awesome.
Two of our graduates.
Representative has something for you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Kimberly Jones and Seth Harris also graduated. They could not be here today, but I have the diplomas, and they also have endured and did the work necessary. You start something, you guys finished it. You know that there's a lot that don't finish. The finishers are the ones who do well. So congratulations.
So at this time, because we're running ahead of schedule here, so anybody would like to add anything, and this is it's an important piece of the puzzle. So if anybody, family, friends, folks at work here, anybody would like to say any words, this would be the appropriate time for it, and we welcome it, but no pressure. Just want to make sure I open the floor to anybody who's interested.
Glenn.
All right.
Everybody get comfortable. Glenn has something to say.
Good. Step right up.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for inviting me, Jim and Erica. I couldn't be here. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I didn't think I was able to do it at the age of 48. And it took me over 2 years to do it, but I never gave up. And I don't know if these guys, I don't know how they put up with me all that time. But I was successful, and again, I wouldn't be able to do it with anything that the state had given me to help me. And I just took all the tools and I turned it into a miracle. And so I thank you guys all.
Awesome. Congratulations again, man. Appreciate that. Anyone else? Okay, looks like I got no takers on this, so that's fine. Erica, did you want to close us up? I mean, we have a reception afterwards to celebrate together, but I'll turn it over to you, and thank you all for coming.
Again, thank you all for coming. We have this is a great turnout and a lot of support. So we're very, very grateful here. We have incredible staff that work here, and I'm very grateful for them as well. They put up with me and Andy on a daily basis, and to Jim, working with all the students. I mean, he's just incredible with them, and just very compassionate, and just very doesn't give up on them, right, Jim?
That's great.
So no, we're very happy to have him as well. So if you would please, we do have refreshments in the back. So if you'd like to stay, please join us for food and some socialization. And again, congratulations on your achievement.
I'll ask one thing. Just one final thing as we break up. We'd love to have a photo with our graduates together and with our team that put all this together. You guys do all the hard work. We should all celebrate together. So if you'd like to bring your certificates up and we'll do a photo with everybody, that would be awesome. You're up. Come on into rep and yep. Come right in. You stay right in the middle. You did all the work.